Welcome to part 2 of BT versus Kagero, the format. Greetings YouTube and welcome to the Blue Corner. In today's video we're going to be going over some Cardfight OCG tournament results. And yeah, what I just said at the beginning is more or less where Japan is at right now as far as their tournament scene goes. So let's get into this. First up we have the appropriately named First Dual Guard VGCS VMC qualifier. 62 people, standard format. Kagero won it, and BT Melody got second place. Neo Nectar, with the rare appearance, got third place. Fourth place was Kagero, fifth was Kagero, sixth was BT, seventh was Narukami, and eighth was GP. And as much as I'm curious about the Nara list, I'm pretty certain it's probably what most of us are running here. And then Gold Paladin is Gold Paladin. So anyway, let's get on here. So this guy is playing the Great Overlord and Waterfall build. You're going to be seeing some different changes as far as like certain builds go, but pretty much one thing that's constant across them is that they're going to go Overlord the Great is being played in all of them. Waterfall and OG Overlord, it differs from person to person, but the Great is going to be your win con for this deck. Turns out having 5 attacks in a Forest Clan is really good in the format with OTT and BT as the dominant decks. Waterfall isn't particularly effective against them. We've known how Waterfall is something that OTT can defend against a couple times, but BT can also build up a pretty reasonable amount of hand. They're not committing very much out of it to make their boards. It's very reminiscent of Neo Nectar and Spike Brothers that way. So Waterfall, while it's better against them than against OTT, you're still better off just trying to like win with the Great. And as far as the BT matchup for Kagero goes, it's not unwinnable. Like, it feels like this deck probably has the best chance against them than anything else in the field. It's just you do need a little bit of luck to go in your favor early game, as you basically rush them down and try and kill them on your first. You're going to go Overlord the Great turn, maybe the second one afterwards, but if they're able to survive that initial push and subsequent follow-up push, chances are the game's going to spiral out of your control and they're going to win. But in any case, so that's that little bit, and then like Kagero just shreds everything else in the format. Like, it's very reminiscent of the set 1 format where you had OTT as head and shoulders above everything else, and then you had Kagero beating everything else but OTT. We're basically back at that. So there's your Kagero list, here's your BT list, here's your Neo Nectar list, and here's your Kagero list. This one's just playing the Great and Waterfall, no OG Overlord. This is, from what I can tell, the least popular of the variations of this deck. You've got Waterfall, Overlord the Great, and you've got Overlord the Great, and then you've got Overlord the Great and Archdragon. Axe Dragon? Dual Axe Archdragon. Whoops, that's the next tournament. So, next up, the VMC qualifier standard format, 64 people. This one's funny. First and second were BT, third and fourth were Kagero, fifth and sixth were BT, seventh and eighth were Kagero. And look at these numbers. 27 BT were at this tournament. However, 18 people playing Kagero were at this tournament, so that's about 9 less than, that's about 9 less people playing BT. Yet I think, the same amount of them managed to get in the top 8, so despite the lower numbers as BT, Kagero is still getting in there, and with some good numbers in spite of that. So, yeah, I don't know, like, the full specifics of the matchup, but I want to say maybe it could very well be 60-40 in BT's favor, 70-30. I want to say 65 or 60 to 65 in BT's favor, but in any case. So let's take a look at these lists. So you've got BT, more BT, Kagero. So this is the other build, and the one I feel like is the best of them. The build that plays for the Great, 3 to 4 Overlord, and then Dual Axe Archdragon. Granted, the issue with Dual Axe Archdragon is that he is a promo card, and he's rather hard to get in Japan right now. We don't have him yet. We do get him in the Fight Pack 4 set, which I believe will be released around the same time as this set. It's got to be June or July. Axe Dragon is in that set, and he will be in quite high demand. But basically, the idea behind this build is that since you're playing so many Overlords, your grade 2 of the deck, Full Armor Dragon Buster, will be more likely to hit something when you use the skill, which is Soul Blast 2, pop something, look at top 7 for an Overlord and at your hand. Doing so will allow you to secure your grade 3 ride for the turn if you don't have one, and your follow-up grade 3 ride if you fetch OG Overlord then ride into the grades and such forth. Or if you fetch a Great and you already have a Great, you can at least ride Great, and then on the next turn, ride the Great. And Dragonic Neoflame is being played at a higher number now because Turns out, giving the Vanguard plus 5k, or even any Draconic Overlord rear guard, any Overlord the Great that's on rear guard plus 5k is all pretty good, because he doesn't specify Vanguard for that plus 5k buff. It's any Overlord the Great that attacks. They're probably not using the critical gain skill all that often unless it's going for like a kill push against, say, BT, but just that random 5k buff is useful, because then you've got your line of Neoflame swings with a force circle, that's 2,000, that's 20,000. You've got your Draconic Overlord the Great swing, he'll be 28 with the Neoflame skill, restand, swing with Neoflame for 20,000, or I mean 28,000 plus, and you swing with the Great, who's going to be at 28,000 plus, maybe more if you're again trying to go for the kill. And then you've got your other rear guard lane, which will probably be hitting for force numbers, because again, Cargo can gain power lines like that. I think the only real thing that will differ from this is just how many full armor busters are played. Soul Blast 2 is expensive, and then how many Draconic Burnouts are played. So yeah, that's pretty much my initial observations. And yeah, this guy's just playing Overlord and the Great. He's not even playing Axe Dragon, but I'm just going to assume it's because he can't find any. Because again, really hard to find promo. Then moving on to the 5th Tri-Crit VGCS standard format, 40 teams. And look at this top cut. First place, OTT BT Kagero. Second place, Kagero OTT BT. Third place, Kagero Angel Feather BT. And fourth place, BT Angel Feather Kagero. That's right. All 4 teams in the top cut had BT and Kagero on them. You had OTT and Angel Feather as the other players. So, yeah, the previous 2 best decks of the format, OTT and Angel Feather. And then you've got like the new guys in town, Kagero and BT just running my shot. Because look at these numbers. 31 BT, 28 Kagero, 14 OTT, and it was like 5 Angel Feather. So yeah, Angel Feather numbers are considerably down compared to before. Again, I imagine like most of them just hopped over to BT. And what else do we have here? One person decided to play Aquaforce in this environment. Man, you must have been a brave person to try and play Maelstrom in this format. Like, that deck was already outgunned when it came out, but trying to play Aquas in BT format? Whew. You've got some kahunas. So, let's take a look at these lists. And I think this is the last one of the day. Yeah, so there's your OTT, BT, Kagero. This one's playing, yeah, Overlord, Great, and Axe Dragon. And then you've got Kagero again, Overlord, and the Great, so no Axe Dragon. And then moving on to the second team. Oh wait, this is the first player of the second team, my bad. And then you've got OTT, and then BT, third place team, Kagero. This one's just playing Waterfall and the Great, and Angel Feather and BT. And lastly, we've got BT, Angel Feather. Wait, did I post that twice? No, I didn't. Okay, I thought I was like, wait a minute. And then lastly, Kagero, and this one's just playing. Yeah, this one's also playing the Great and Waterfall. So the Great and Waterfall, and it's still being seen play. But I like this build the least of the Kagero lists because I feel like again, you just already like beat most other clans, whereas having an extra consistency that comes with playing a higher Overlord count is nice. But we'll see over the course of next week's, and even then, what's going to happen once the Great once Dote is included in the deck. I got a brief glance at his skill, and I think he has a spot in the deck. We will soon see. And that's pretty much all I can really say. Yeah, that was just those 3 tournaments, but it was something to take in. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. And if anyone's going to also be asked about this too, just because Yu-Gi-Oh's ban list came out this week, and it had some hits to the deck that I currently play, Thunder Dragon. I don't think I'll be putting up a profile of that anytime soon, because the Dane sneak peek's coming up, and I want to see if I can get my hands on Omni Dragon Brotar and see how that works in the deck, because I think he has potential, and that might be something I post on this blog as well at some point. In any case, that's all for now, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, this is Blue39, jacking up.